Hello everyone, this is Juuso. Scott recently asked us to share new tools which we found helpful, so that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to make a few short videos where I explain how I like to do KI nowadays. And this first one is going to be how I see the different tools on kind of a continuum. The second video is going to be the way that I like to facilitate nowadays, how I like to, like what kind of sessions I like to do and what I try to bring up during sessions. And the third one is kind of a new tool, while it's not really actually a tool yet. It's a way of looking at things, and that's not really ready yet, but I still wanted to share that with you because that might be helpful and you might have input on how to develop that further. So starting with this first video, I noticed at some point that I think about the different tools in the KLOV inquiries. I kind of see them on a spectrum. So at the one end we have the emergence measures and things like focus shifting and tapping, like anything, like all of the tools that take us from the mind stream and being sucked into emotions and bring us back to kind of the present moment awareness and sensing the body and all that. So that's on the other extreme. And on the other end of the spectrum, there are the reverse inquiry and utility inquiry, which are really helpful into kind of digging up more dirt, bringing up more stuff that is kind of hiding in the unconscious. And the way that I like to do sessions nowadays is to most of the time stay somewhere kind of in the middle. So unless there's need to get the client to be more grounded, I don't even do much tapping or focus shifting or anything like that. Those are kind of reserved in the way that I do KI nowadays. I only use them as necessary when the client is really overwhelmed or too anxious to do the normal KI stuff. And of course those are really helpful and there's a place for those. It's just that I tend to use those only as necessary and do this kind of middle ground thing most of the time. And that's also another way that I've found to be really efficient is to, I know that Scott likes to kind of start off with, go directly with the reverse inquiries and utility inquiries and kind of go really deep. Whereas I've found that I tend to gravitate towards a kind of a more gentle approach where I actually start off by staying in the middle, just looking at words and images and allowing them to fade. And when all of those associations have been seen, then I bring in the reverse inquiry or utility inquiry and bring up more stuff that is kind of hiding there underneath. And I started doing this kind of instinctively, and then now that I think about it, it kind of makes sense that as a client you get into this really calm and safe place where you learn, kind of get the experience that it's okay to allow all those associations, all those images and words to come up, and you're able to learn to watch them from awareness. And then when you've been doing that for a period of time during the session, when you then introduce the reverse inquiry, oftentimes the client is is kind of ready for that at that point, and you can really, it's easy for them to allow more of those core things to come up. So yeah, so that's the way that I like to do sessions nowadays, and also the way that I see that. So in short, on a spectrum from emergency measures and focus shifting and things like tapping on one end, and then reverse inquiry on the other end, and everything else kind of in between there, and the basic inquiry process of allowing things to come and fade away in there in the middle. Okay, yeah, see you in the next video.